Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to another exciting episode of Asylum Vacation. Now, let me welcome my co-host this evening. You know him. Most people, honestly, don't like him, and he knows that. He is your Asylum champion, the one and only Dark Savior.
Being the champion has its advantages. Ladies and gentlemen of the Asylum, I am the man you love to hate. But it doesn't fucking matter because the Asylum, the Abusement Park, I own all of you. All of you answer to me because I'm holding the top prize right now in the Asylum, and it eats each and every one of you alive. But I do have to apologize because GD Fokker was supposed to be here tonight. But I got a call and an offer and I took it. So GD Fokker had
I prefer you.
excuse me. GD Fokker had an accident.
Well then, now, before we go any further, there is someone here. Well, someone is not here this evening. Miss Cookie has decided to take a little trip with Sabrina and Zeffy. That's all she said. I didn't inquire further. So sadly, Cookie will not be here this evening. So we got Dark Savior.
And that's all you need because all you fucking miscreants inside this asylum, inside this abusement park, buckle up because things are going to get interesting from this point on.
Yes. Yes, they are. I have to completely agree with you, sir.
But let's not waste anybody's time, ladies and gentlemen. The first match of the night is something we haven't seen for a good little while inside the abusement park or inside the asylum walls. Our last patient standing. Or you have to incapacitate your opponent to the point where they can't reach to the count of 10. And this one featured Big Sexy, that fucking joke, against David Blake, who? Never heard of her.
Let me just put it this way. It's going to take, I apologize, Mr. Savior. It's going to take a lot to keep both of these men down. Because, no offense to anybody out there, neither man is a tiny person.
No, they fat sons of bitches, let's just be honest.
I was trying to be more...
Look. I'm the Asylum champion. If anybody has a problem with what I'm saying, take it up with the CEO. He'll give me a fine, and I'll make everybody else fucking pay for it. I have full control of what I'm about to say tonight. Savior is here. Savior has no filter. David Blake and Big Sexy, you two fat motherfuckers, I hope you two kill each other in this fucking match.
And I'm letting Dark Savior go because it's been so long since I've been in the same area with him that I have missed having Dark Savior.
We don't want to talk about the last time we were together, baby. Oh, I mean, anyway, David Blake and Big Sexy are trying to enter the abusement park. I think they're already inside from what I've seen. But they're bickering back and forth, trying to get into the park where the turnstile, it ain't working. And they're punching each other back and forth, and they're getting really agitated. So Big Sexy just gives David Blake a big boot over the turnstile, and Big Sexy somehow got his fat ass up and hopped over it.
How?
Hey, don't ask, don't tell. They come to the swings, or David Blake grabs onto one of the swings and he starts swinging around, throwing it at Big Sexy. Big Sexy ducks it And he tries to snarl at David Blake and says, "You can't keep a good man down." Who? Big Sexy is not a good man. Big Sexy is a punk. David Blake is a punk. Everybody in here is beneath me, honestly, but that's
Except
besides
me.
the point. Let's get back to this.
I don't count, do I?
No, we'll talk after the show. Big Sexy pulls David Blake down. They're brawling back and forth when they knock over a popcorn stand with popcorn going everywhere.
That is perfectly good popcorn. Quit wasting it. Oh, sorry.
No, it's popcorn and cookies Abusement Park.
Good point.
I haven't even touched it.
Good point.
Then they knock over a slushy stand with ice and slushy going everywhere. Now look, I understand the popcorn, but the slushy, I would drink that all day. But
Depending on the flavor.
if it's cross-dressing or shelf flavor, hey, I'm all for it.
No, thank you. No.
David Blake and Big Sexy are sliding all over the place from all the mess they created. Big Sexy kicks down the door to the funhouse that's filled with smoke and mirrors and all sorts of creatures waiting to jump out of the dark.
Don't jump
David Blake sees Big Sexy goes to hit him, but a glass shatters in front of David Blake, and knowingly it was just his reflection. So he punched a mirror, and he thought it was Big Sexy. David Blake, you're not a smart man.
Nobody ever said him or Big Sexy were smart.
And David Blake has glass in his hand, and his hand is bleeding. David Blake runs over to the shaky bridge to find Big Sexy. Big Sexy lets out an evil laugh, saying, "You can't find me." What is this, like? Can't find the troll? What the fuck, Big Sexy? And he's taunting David Blake. David Blake is furious, and he's kicking a door below him. And the back of the door breaks out, and Big Sexy falls through, where he lands near the Ferris wheel, and David Blake jumps down after Big Sexy. Both men are fighting on the Ferris wheel, where Big Sexy lands a claymore, knocking David Blake all the way down to the control panel. And when David Blake landed on the control panel, Big Sexy flipped out of one of the Ferris wheel seats and smacked his head hard on the concrete below.
Ow!
The ref begins his count to 10. David Blake picks himself up at 8 on the control panel. Big Sexy still motionless with 9, 10. The Abusement Park siren sounds, and the winner of the match, ladies and gentlemen, David Blake.
Holy snot bubbles.
I think Big Sexy screwed himself.
I think so.
But that's for neither here nor there. Both men are fucking useless. I'm glad the match is gone. Hopefully Big Sexy is concussed and he don't come back.
It is highly possible after the way he went through that freaking table, control pad, whatever it was. See, that's how much.
But this next match is apparently another round matchup for the Abusement Park Tournament. One I was rightfully taken out of by a good friend of mine. If you don't know, back and watch. But it's against a newcomer. I don't know this guy, but he has a lot of potential. And I'm intrigued to get to know him furthermore down the road.
If
Maybe
I may
even
say, if you don't mind, he has been impressive.
from what I've seen, he has a lot of potential. And Mr. NappiBoi, you're going to get to know me very soon. Maybe even during this tournament. Hell, maybe even tonight. But he's also going against Inmate 420, a man who's very well known as around the asylum, a man who creates havoc anywhere he goes. A man who's not afraid to put up or shut up. Ladies and gentlemen, this match is a Cookies playground. And I took a walk around before the show. And ladies and gentlemen, this playground Something I've never seen before.
It's all part of Cookie's imagination.
Inmate 420 is seen spinning himself around the merry-go-round while ripping the bong and blowing out clouds of smoke in the air as he's singing, "Don't worry, be happy, because I'm going to fuck up Nappy." Hey, inmate, I don't think that's how the song goes, but who cares? You're also a fucking pissant when it comes to me. From out of nowhere, Nappy delivers a flying dropkick to the chest of the inmate as Nappy yells, "Trying to fucking touch me, bitch."
Ooh.
Guys, this is a children's show, even though Cookie's not here. We got to be
language.
we got to be mindful of the kids in the audience. People like Inmate 420 or people like NappiBoi. But like a bat out of hell, Nappy keeps beating the head of Inmate against the sharp edges of the merry-go-round as Inmate has been busted open.
Oof. Plus, we got J.R. Bell around here somewhere, too. So.
That's another worst-case scenario. Inmate sees the blood trickling down his face and is able to get a hit straight to Nappy's throat, and Nappy falls off of Inmate. Inmate kicks the ribs repeatedly of Nappy and drags Nappy to the seesaws that have rusty razor blades all over the seats.
Oh. Ow.
Inmate picks up Nappy and does a huge scoop slam as Nappy's back has been sliced open. Inmate, laughing, pulls out a bottle of rubbing alcohol out of his pocket and says, "This was to clean my bong, but this is much better." And he pours the alcohol into the fresh wounds on Nappy's back. Especially getting cut open razor blades. I felt that, everybody. Sorry.
Just listen to those screams.
And Nappy is screaming, but he's also laughing.
No.
Okay. Inmate has a look of confusion. He goes for a running senton, but Nappy moves at the last second as Inmate's leg catches on one of the razors. And Nappy repeatedly stomps on the leg as the razors go deeper into the flesh.
No.
Nappy smiles and does a foot DDT to the stuck leg of Inmate.
Ow!
Inmate puts his fist halfway in his mouth and rips his leg off the razor blades. As he kips up and says, "Bring it, you natural disaster."
Damn.
Nappy grins and runs in for a spear, but Inmate sidestep as Nappy falls forward as Inmates deliver a quick dropkick that sends Nappy smacking the monkey bars that are embedded with tacks. Face first. And Inmate rolls Nappy up one, but no, Nappy kicked out at 2 with force.
Dang.
Nappy is leaning against the monkey bars. Inmate runs towards Nappy with a running knee and connects to the head of Nappy. He picks Nappy up, takes out his bong, rips it, and shatters the bong across the face of Nappy and hits a huge DDT. 1, 2. Lightning just struck the playground.
Holy snot pies.
Inmate looks down and Nappy has disappeared. All of a sudden, the King of Hearts, also known as the Suicide King, and one poker chip falls into the hands of Inmate. As he turns around confused, Nappy does a diving crossbody from on top of the monkey bars.
I'm even confused.
What the fuck? Nappy begins to drag Inmate towards the slide that is covered in broken glass. Nappy sets Inmate up against the steps and super kicks him and goes for a pin. 1, 2, no, Inmate kicked out.
Damn.
Nappy pins him again. 1, 2, another kick out. Nappy's getting frustrated as he's beating Inmate's head on the steps of the ladder, and Nappy has a sickening smile on his face.
Ow.
Nappy is starting to drag Inmate up the steps with him. Nappy smiles as he lifts Inmate up. Nappy looks down the slide and smirks as he mouths, "This is for him." Nappy does a huge superplex through the slide that snaps in half, and the slide is buried on top of both men. The ref is trying to move parts out of the way as he sees Nappy's arm draped over Inmate. 1, 2, 3. The siren sounds and doctors and nurses are rushing out to both men, as a masked figure at the entrance of the playground is nodding and clapping at the destruction.
Holy snot! Yeah, I've been around cookies, so I've changed my language a lot. But holy shnikes! I have no words for how epic that match was. It was epic. Yes, I'm excited.
That was a very, very interesting match indeed.
Insane.
You got my respect, Nappy. But once you earn it, don't you dare lose it. Especially when I hold the whole world of the asylum in my hands. Just ask Legion what I can do. Hell, ask Dollface what I can do. Hell, ask CEO Donald Smith what I can do. Ask whoever I am co-hosting with who the fuck I am. Ask Sarah By. Ask the whole fucking locker room. Happy. I'm not a man.
He's a terrifying being.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next match is going to be read by the lovely whoever you are, man.
Oh, you know my name. I know you know my name.
We're not going to talk about that. But ladies and gentlemen, I will be right back.
Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, this next match is the House of Mirrors match between our two competitors who actually won the Abusement Park Second Chance Pit Battle Royal. Holy crap, that's a lot of words. But there you are. There he is. But as both men are escorted to the House of Mirrors, the Abusement Park referee goes over the rules. All right, fellas, rules are simple. Tear each other's heads apart. Tear each other's heads off, and winner must win by pinfall. What was this writer on?
I'm not going to call you out, but just know you fucked up.
Both men nod their heads in agreement. Both men walk through the entrance of the House of Mirrors searching for each other. Both find each other and begin to trade a series of lefts and rights before Dread Irish whip Scabz through one of the mirrors, shattering it to pieces. As Scabz slowly gets to his feet, Dread connects with the Judgment of Dread and locks in a headlock onto Scabz. Scabz is trying to break the headlock, but Dread is not letting up. So he just picked up a shard of glass. And he just stabbed Dread in the leg with it. Ow. And then he connects with a suplex through another mirror. Damn. As Scabz goes for the pin, 1, 2, kick out by Leon Dread. Holy crap. Dread pulls the piece of glass out of his thigh and stabs the knee of Scabz with that same piece. Can we talk about diseases? And spears Scabz through another mirror. Dread goes for the pin, but as the ref counts, 1, 2, Scabz kicks out. Holy crap. As Dread pulls Scabz up and tries to go for the deadly thorn, but Scabz manages to reverse it into a belly-to-belly suplex through another mirror. Good Lord, these poor mirrors. Scabz connects with a
Triangle.
yeah, sorry, I have trouble saying that word apparently. Chokehold on Dread. Dread trying to fight his way out, but Scabz has it locked in tight. Dread, with all his strength, picks up Scabz, still locked in the triangle chokehold, and power bombs him through another mirror, breaking out of the hold.
What the fuck? What kind of beings are these? I mean, Scabz, I've had many battles, you know, 2-time bloodbath champion. But and Leon Dredd is another entity that I'm very intrigued with, but also another one that doesn't need to get in my way. But I'm excited to see these two men tear one another apart.
Yes. And Dread goes for the pin. 1, 2, kick out. Kick out. Seriously? What is it going to take?
This match has to end soon, ladies and gentlemen.
I hope so before those. Never mind. Dread and Scabz stand up at the same time, staring at each other from a few feet apart. Both men were breathing heavily, looking around at the damage they caused in this match. This ends now. As both men screamed at each other, both rushed towards another and began brawling back and forth. Scabz with a right punch and Dread with a left punch. Both men are tearing each other apart. There is no love lost between these two.
Nope.
Dread tries to connect with another Judgment of Dread, but Scab ducks the move and drop kicks Dread onto the pile of glass that got stuck in his body as blood starts spilling out. I'm surprised there's not more blood. I mean, there probably is. That house of mirrors is probably full of blood and mirror shards and everything. But Scabz goes for the pin only for Dread to stab Scabz in the face with a broken piece of mirror.
How do you want to stab a pig in the face? I mean, you know what? I'll allow it.
There you go. That's what someone calls it. It's a slobber knocker. Also, we do have a message to NappiBoi.
Respect, inmate.
And Dread connects with another Judgment of Dread. Dread goes for the pin. 1, 2. Holy shoot! Scabz kicked out again.
Jesus, Mother Mary and Joseph.
But blood is running down the mask of Scabz as he just pulled the shard out of his face.
Wait. The pig mask is just a mask? He's not really a pig? Oh, you learned so much. Continue.
Dread waits as Scabz slowly gets to his feet. As Dread tries to connect with the Dread Falls, the Cradle DDT, only for Scabz to connect with the last laugh, that Hangman DDT Buster, through the last mirror in the house. Scab covers for the 1, 2, 3. Your winner and moving on is Scabz.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the final, however many finalists we have tonight. It's going to be
4. After tonight, there will be 4 standing. We know 2.
And we already have the matches picked out for next week. We didn't think a wheel would be interesting with 4 people, but we can promise you, and this is just John, by the way, we can promise you that next week, y'all
ain't ready. Are they?
No. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm backing. I'm backing. This is Dark Savior. And fuck Scabs and the other guy.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Yeah,
This
nobody.
next match is a very interesting concept that, would you believe, it came out of my brain? That's what's terrifying.
Alec Valencia actually thought of something.
It's an escape pod match. You
You, you,
must.
you know, you always get the best ideas after a night with me.
Shh, you're not supposed to tell people.
Oh, sorry.
But it is Emberlyn and Brackus taking on Cletus the Bum and John Bragans. Now, this is going to be interesting for people that don't know what it is. So, cameras pointed to a giant clown head in the
The abusement park.
yeah, the middle of the amusement park where its mouth is open. No, it's not Sherlock.
That's what she said.
Uh-huh,
And
yeah.
don't you didn't tell Charlie Meltzer about what we did in the clown tent, did you?
Oh no, no, no,
Oh,
no.
sorry.
I don't feel like you getting murdered. So, doctors and nurses escort Emberlyn, Cletus the Bum, John Reagans, and Brackus into the clown's mouth. As they as they walk in, the clown's eyes roll and the mouth closes.
As
Holy crap!
the this sound kind of reminds me of that scene from Happy Gilmore where they hit the ball in the clown's mouth and the clown just spits it out and goes.
That gave me nightmares as a child. Holy crap! But upon following the doctors and nurses, it is revealed the holding cells with the patients within the amusement park. Emberlyn, Cletus, Brackus, and Reagans are placed in pods. So literally, you must break out of your pods. The first two competitors that break out must fight each other to save the other two. There's another part to it we'll get to later. So, next, so Emberlyn gets out of the pod first, just headbutting her way through the pool made of cement and steel. Next would be Cletus the Bum, would break through the pod with his signature meat cleaver. Cletus laughs, as does Emberlyn. Notice the solitary confinement padded cell. Doctors and nurses tackle Cletus and Emberlyn to the ground, and they are both thrown in solitary confinement. So you must get out of solitary confinement, save your two opponents, then wait, because there's more. I know.
This is interesting.
Oh, this isn't just this is just the first half. Wait till we get to the second half. They begin laughing at each other. Cletus has blood pouring out of his mouth and yells out, "I have been waiting to get my hands on you, bitch." As Emberlyn just laughs as she charges Cletus and clotheslines him into the padded cell and goes for a quick spear. Nope. Cletus moves out of the way and catches Emberlyn with a running
Famouser.
Famouser. Thank you. I was like, what is that word? Famouser. Cletus starts pounding on the face of Emberlyn as Emberlyn reverses it, and both competitors continue their vicious onslaught and keep rolling around the padded cell, pounding on each other's face. That is nope. Don't make the joke. I know you want to. I can see it in your face.
Hey, Emberlyn, how about never mind.
Nope. Emberlyn would nail Cletus while trapped with headbutts, which eventually broke the bridge of his nose. She just broke Cletus's nose.
I mean, good.
Gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. But this just pisses him off. As Cletus pulls out a rolling pin in his... When did he get a utility belt? Really?
It's hard to tell.
Yeah. He just starts beating the ever-loving crap out of Emberlyn with his rolling pin. And then he gets his butcher knife out as Cletus starts stabbing at Emberlyn. But she's able to move out of the way. He makes several marks on the padded cell, but holy shit, oh god, he just raked her eyes so hard that her eyeball is hanging out of the socket. Emberlyn pushes Cletus, who then slips on his own butcher's knife. Emberlyn just pops her eyeball back in socket. The pain it causes Emberlyn, she just screamed bloody murder. It was so loud and horrifying it almost made the padded cell implode. Because she's got that banshee scream.
Cry of the Banshee.
Mm-hmm. Emberlyn, Cletus would then spear her straight through that wall. And where their partners can all seem to get out of their cells. So so basically Brachus and Reagan's are trapped. As Cletus goes to start punching the pod, Reagan's is in. He gets welts all over his hand as he starts licking his own hand like a lollipop and yells out, "Yummy." Blech. John Reagan yells out of the pod, "No, you big human eating bitch, help me out of here." Good job. Cletus replies, "Oh yeah." Emberlyn then hits Cletus with a cinder block, leaving a big gash on the side of his head. Emberlyn goes and starts helping Brachus out of his pod. Cletus pulls out a flask of moonshine and drinks it. Cletus nails Emberlyn with a drunk-style spinning wheel kick. Good lord, that's a long name. As Cletus begins laughing as he breaks his pod slightly, John Reagan is yelling, "Hurry up," as Emberlyn runs to her side and works on getting Brachus out. Cletus and Emberlyn both open the pods at the same time, but the siren does not go off as a curtain is raised and a second set of pods is revealed.
Wait, what?
Ladies and gentlemen, may I present you the true escape pod match. Now, you must work together to get your tag team partners out of the pods before they drown. Look inside those pods and tell me who you see.
One seems to be Tyler Stone.
Who's his tag partner?
Damian Wolf.
Cletus's tag partner.
I also see Nikki Hartman.
Brachus's tag partner.
And is that Blake Buchanan? No, that's Lenore Lynn.
Emberlyn's tag partner. I told you this was an interesting match. So, Emberlyn and Brachus nod as they attack Cletus and Reagan's from behind, sending both to the mat. Emberlyn and Brachus rush to the pods, only for Reagan's to rush over and slam Brachus's head into the pod with Nikki as she's banging on it to rile Brachus up. Cletus grabs Emberlyn and chokeslam her and runs to the pod with Damien in it and begins working on the lock. Just as he is about to get it open, Emberlyn nails him in the back of the head with an elbow. Ow. As we see Reagan's and Brachus trading blows as Reagan lands next to his pod, only for Brachus to pick him up and slam his head against him, busting his open. Meaning Tyler Stone's able to get out. So Tyler Stone has been released. That gives a 3-on-2 attack now. Brachus rushes to his pod and begins working on the lock, only for Stone and Reagan's to attack him together, sending him to the mat with a double German suplex. As we see Emberlyn working on releasing Lenore, just as Cletus grabs her, Emberlyn is able to open the pod, releasing Lenore. Lenore Lynn has been released. That means Damien and Nikki are still waiting to be released. As Lenore is let out, both attack Cletus, hitting him with a double German suplex and pick him up again and nail him with a DDT. Brachus yells over to them to help as they rush over and attack Tyler and Reagan's, which which allows Brackets to work on his pod. As we see, the water has reached Nikki's neck, but she's a short little stack, so she's not very tall anyway.
Please drown. I mean, don't drown, Nikki.
Cletus gets up and shakes his head and works on Damien's pod. Just as Cletus is about finished, Brachus runs over and nails a corporate spear, sending Cletus to the mat. As Brachus rushes over and unlocks Nikki's pod as the siren sounds. So your winners are your chaotic tag team champions, Emberlyn and Lenore Lynn, and I'm going to say this, your ACW World Tag Team Champions, Nikki Hartman and Brachus. So Emberlyn and Brachus actually pulled one over on Cletus and John.
That's
That was cool.
That's interesting.
That was cool, was it not?
Yeah.
It's something we'd never seen before in the asylum. Well, not in the
No,
asylum.
I just wonder. I wonder how Cletus is going to react to this, because Cletus is not a very happy man when he gets screwed over.
Yeah.
He drinks quite a bit, and we're not going to see a happy Cletus. No delicious, I like Valencia stew tonight, yo.
Thank God. But we do see the doctors and nurses come out and release Damien, who the water was above his head. So they released him.
Oh, he didn't drown or nothing?
He almost did.
We didn't have a fatality?
Not this time.
Damn.
I know.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is our co-main event. It is a shark teeth cage match where the entire cage is made out of shark teeth.
Oh, yeah, that was my idea, too.
In this one, we see Dollface versus Sharkbait. Hoo-ha.
Hoo-ha-ha.
And this is another interesting one. Dollface and Sharkbait don't even wait for the cage to lower. Sharkbait uses his strength to whip Dollface into the ropes. As she rebounds off of him, Sharkbait turns her inside out with a vicious clothesline. He then drags her and slides her under the ropes. He starts holding her down as the cage starts lowering. Just as the cage starts lowering below the middle rope, Dollface kicks Sharkbait in the stomach. He lets her go and lets her roll from under it just in time. Just as the cage is locking into place, Dollface attacks the kneeling Sharkbait with a drop kick to the kidneys. As Sharkbait howls in pain, Dollface starts kicking the crap out of him. Several kicks later, Dollface connects with a brutal punt. This sends him against the ropes. As Sharkbait catches his breath, Dollface hits him with a crossbody, and Sharkbait's back is impaled by the shark teeth on the cage.
Oh, have you ever had like a shark teeth go into your?
I've never seen a shark. I've seen a shark, but I've never been close to one. It's like, hey, let me see your teeth, buddy.
Oh, I've stepped on plenty when we were over on that island last season.
That's where me and you we got Sharkbait pulls the cage's teeth as Dollface hits him on the face with a stiff elbow. Dollface repeats this till Sharkbait sinks his shark teeth into her arm.
Ow!
As Dollface struggles to get free off the demon shark, she gets free after poking him in the eye. She starts punching his face, breaking several teeth.
Wow,
You would think if he's an actual shark, he would need to be submerged in some water. And he's not drying out yet. But maybe he'll dry out soon. This infuriates Sharkbait.
Hoo-ha-ha. Every time you say it, I want to do that so bad. I'm sorry.
This infuriates Sharkbait as he stomps on her left ankle. She falls to the mat before he continues to stomp on her leg and chest. This continues for several minutes till Dollface tries to push him backwards. However, Sharkbait uses his strength and hits one last stomp before locking her in a dragon sleeper.
Oh, that'd be more of a shark sleeper.
Dollface struggles to get free till they both get to their feet. Dollface uses the cage and flips over Sharkbait and hits him with a reverse DDT. As both lay on the mat, Dollface slowly gets to her feet. She attacks Sharkbait after getting him to his knees. She kicks him in the chest repeatedly till it is beet red.
Ow.
She then hits a big boot to his face, rolling Sharkbait into the corner. Dollface has Sharkbait lying in the corner. She takes off running and goes for a cannonball, only for him to move out of the way.
Oh.
She slams into the corner and just lays there. Sharkbait grabs her and lifts her and sets her against the cage wall. Sharkbait takes off running and spears her through the cage wall. Both go crashing to the floor. Sharkbait was the first one to his feet. He started climbing the cage wall. Dollface starts to stir and starts climbing the wall after him. They both make it to the top of the cage. Dollface and Sharkbait start punching and kicking when Dollface catches him with a drop toe hold. She then hits a Harley stomp, putting him through the cage ceiling.
Oh.
So this was a Hell in a Cell, not a cage. Gotcha. As Sharkbait lays in the center of the ring, Dollface looks down through the hole. She looks through the hole. She put the demon shark through. She climbs through the hole and starts dangling as she maneuvers herself to be right above him.
Yep,
She starts swinging until she lets go, hitting a splash across Sharkbait's back. Both lay in the center of the ring, withering in agony. Dollface crawls slowly towards her fallen opponent. As Dollface gets closer, Sharkbait jumps up and rolls her up for the 1, 2, 3.
What?
Did he just steal this away from Dollface?
Holy crap.
I've taught you better, Dollface. You know better.
Holy.
You, Dollface.
Wow.
You.
Nobody else.
Nobody else, Dollface. We're going to have another talk, Dollface. Because you see that you have forgotten yourself. But that's for another time. Just know I'm not happy. But ladies and gentlemen, this is our main event as Sharkbait has advanced to the final 4.
Who would have thought? Good on Sharkbait.
And this match is, of course, ladies and gentlemen, you see it here. It is a falls count anywhere between an upcoming surprising superstar who's actually making a name for himself, and that's Johnny Gage.
Yes.
Still not impressive enough to go toe-to-toe against a psychopath. The Asylum World Champion. See that? You'll never be good enough, Johnny, as he's taken on a man that I have created, a monster that I have resurrected. A man named Legion.
Oh, that dang. I need to listen to you talk more often. But this, as you said, this match was absolutely insane. Falls count anywhere. Holy crap. Whew.
You need help, Alec.
No, I'm good. I'm good. Okay, so Legion walks to the gaming area of the park when he is plowed into by a golf cart. Golf cart. As Legion slams into the balloon pop game, Johnny turns wheel and drives towards Legion. Unfortunately for Johnny, Legion grabs a handful of darts and dives out of the way, causing Johnny to go crashing through the game. Legion gets to his feet and waits just as Johnny stumbles out of the wreckage. Legion throws a dart, impaling Johnny with over a dozen darts in the head and chest. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good idea.
Legion, don't stop.
Johnny swats the darts off him as Legion spears him onto the wreckage and starts driving a hard fist into Johnny's face. Johnny kicks him backwards and grabs a broken board and starts slamming it into the back of the former Inner Demon champion, Legion. Yeah, Legion drops to the dirt as Johnny breaks the board over his neck. Johnny grabs Legion and spins him around before sending him flying into the dunk tank. Dunk tank. Wow. Okay. Legion almost slides down the outside of the tank as Johnny walks over, brandishing a board with nails in it. Holy crap. Johnny swings at Legion but misses, puncturing the tank. Both men are swept off their feet as the tank ruptures, washing them away to the food court. Johnny gets to his feet and climbs onto a picnic table as Legion grabs his feet and yanks him on his back. Legion climbs up and goes to stomp on Johnny's head, but Johnny moves at the last second, which allows Legion to stomp through the tabletop. Johnny reaches under the table and pulls Legion's foot through. My bad. As Legion struggles to get free, Johnny catches him with several vicious knee strikes to the face. As Johnny pins Legion, he only gets a 1 count.
Try better, rookie.
Legion pushes Johnny off him as he pulls his foot free. Holy shnikes. Legion then punched Johnny in the gut before punting him in the skull.
Night, night, Johnny.
Oh, Legion's not done. Johnny rolls off the table as Legion jumps off and nails an elbow across his neck. Johnny's head bounces off the table as Legion grabs him by the hair and throws him into a food cart. Legion grabs the wheel of the cart and presses it into Johnny's throat. As Johnny struggles to get free, Legion tries to push down, but Johnny is able to kick Legion off him. The two start trading blows in the dirt till Johnny gets to his feet and stomps on Legion's chest. Ow! Okay, we're good. We're good. Legion tries to block the stomps, but Johnny keeps going. As Legion is able to get out of the way and to his feet as both men start brawling through the structure for the roller coaster. Legion jumps up and lifts himself and then wraps his legs around Johnny's chest and slams his head into the metal structure several times. Legion drops him and climbs down, and he picks Johnny up and starts hitting multiple suplexes and brainbusters. Legion drags him to the center of the walkway and lands a final brainbuster.
Finish it, Legion.
Legion grabs the nearby chain and wraps it around Johnny's ankle, and he starts dragging him towards the barbed wire wrapped Ferris wheel. He walks over and turns it on. He connects the chain on the Ferris wheel and turns it on full speed. Johnny gets bounced off the barbed wire metal structure as it spins around. Legion hops in one of the baskets and rides it to the top where it stops. Legion grabs the chain and grabs Johnny into the pod with him. He unties the chain from Johnny before grabbing him by the throat. Legion hits the Legion's lecture, which is that choke slam, out of the pod, causing Johnny to crash through the top of the ticket bucket. This allows Legion time to climb down the Ferris wheel as he sees Johnny has not moved. Legion covers as the ref counts.
One,
1,
two,
2,
three.
3. Holy crap.
He did it. Ladies and gentlemen, your fourth and final participant into the final four. Legion.
Holy crap. This show was insane from start to finish. There was
I-
no. Oh, sorry, sir.
I can assure you, ladies and gentlemen, the final four. Who? But Legion, congratulations.
Yes. On making
Nappy, congratulations. Sharkbait, hoo ha ha.
lucky son of a bitch.
Congratulations. And Scabz, congratulations.
I will say, Sharkbait is one lucky SOB.
And spoiler alert, ladies and gentlemen, I have signed the dotted line. Next week, I will be in action.
Yay! Oops. I'm not supposed to get excited, am I?
No. And hopefully next week, ladies and gentlemen, we have the return of Cookie.
Yes.
Catch us here next week, hopefully a different time.
Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again. I'm going to say the line since she is not here, but it is time to cut it out. See you next week.